Hi, good day to all of you. This is Vishwanath Jatan, welcoming you to another session of Partnership Fundamentals. Our journey in Partnership Fundamentals is going to go on and on and on. Okay, as I told you in class number 1, when we had first put forward what was partnership all about, that partnership carries 30 marks out of the 80 marks in your board exams, in your CBSE board exams. So it is important for you to focus on these certain chapters, which is going to hold a lot of weightage in your board exams. So coming to this, today I shall pick up some simple things. I shall first tell you how do you deal with interest on capital and how it is done when there is different types of adjustments. Okay, now first and foremost, I want you to remember is that interest on capital is always taken on the opening balance. Okay, so let me come to the term interest on capital. In the last turn, we did the journal entries in regard to interest on capital. Just having a recap about that entry, if you remember, this was your P&L appropriation account, and when we talk about P&L appropriation account, the debit side, as I reminded you time and often again, debit side is the expenses for the firm. Okay, so the interest on capital will come on the debit side here to interest on capital. Okay, so the journal entry is very clear. It's P&L appropriation account debit to interest on capital. Okay, so this was, and of course when you transfer it, interest on capital will be debited to partners capital account. Okay, now let's take a small example. There are two partners, A and B, and their capital balances on 1/4/2019 is 60,000 and 40,000 respectively. The interest on capital is at the rate of 10% per annum. Okay, you are supposed to calculate the interest on capital. This is very straightforward. For A, it will be 60,000 multiplied by 10 upon 100. There is no period, so it is 6,000. While as for B, it is 40,000 multiplied by 10 upon 100, which will give you 4,000. So the total interest on capital which the firm has to pay the partners is 10,000 rupees. Okay, this same thing, how do you put it in a journal entry? Remember these two figures, 6,000 and 4,000. This is the interest which the firm has to pay to the partners. So your journal entry goes about in this way. P&L appropriation account debit to interest on capital, and the amount being 10,000, that was 6,000 of A and 4,000 of B. Okay, of course you need to follow it up with the narration. The very next transfer entry would be interest on capital will be debited that would be the same amount, 10,000, to A's capital account to B's capital account. Okay, this would be 6,000 in the credit column and 4,000 in the credit column. Okay, so this is interest on capital for you, and this is how the journal entry goes about. Now I shall deal with certain cases when the partner brings additional capital into the business. Okay, so we take this type of this. So it's important for you in these cases to know what are the calculations. Again, let's take almost a similar example. This is A and this is B, and the capital balances on 1/4/2019 was rupees 80,000 and 60,000 respectively. Okay. On 1st of July 2019, A brings in additional capital of rupees 20,000. Whereas on the 1st of October 2019, B brings in additional capital of rupees 50,000. Fine. So both of them get additional capital on different dates. The year ended is assumed to be 31st March, and the rate of interest which we are going to take would be 10% per annum. So how do we go about doing this calculation? First, let's take A into account. Now, A, what is A doing? From 1st of April 2019 till the 31st of March, A has this balance of 80,000. There are two ways in which you can do it. I'll show you both the ways. So 80,000 is there with the firm throughout the year. So this is 80,000 multiplied by the rate of interest, and of course it is there for the full year, so it is multiplied by 12 upon 12, so 8,000. Now he gets additional capital on the 1st of July. Okay, what does he do? He gets additional capital on the 1st of July. The rate of interest is the same, but the period is July, August, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb and March. So it is 9 months. It's 9 months. So he will get interest for 9 months. Okay. So he is going to get interest 1,500 rupees for this. So the total interest on capital which A should be receiving is 9,500. Okay. The other thing what you could have done is that from the 1st of April to the 1st of July, you see that A's capital is 80,000. So we take 80,000 multiplied by the rate of interest multiplied by 3/12. Okay. So we are taking 80,000 at the rate of 10% for 3 months. Okay, when we do this calculations, the zeros get cut, 3 ones are, 3 fours are, and the interest is 2,000. Now what happens further? From 1st of July, his capital from 80,000 becomes 1 lakh. Okay, so how much is his capital now? 1 lakh. And this is, you're going to give him 10% interest, and this will be for 9 months. Okay, this will be for 9 months. So let us do this calculation here. 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, 3 3s are and 3 4s are. This, when you calculate, it will give you 2,500. 2,500 multiplied by 3 is 7,500. Okay, so 7,500. The total is 9,500. Just verify both the cases. The amount of interest on capital is the same. Okay. So either ways, whichever way you have understood, whichever way you are comfortable, you can carry on doing that. Okay. So this was the capital, the interest on capital for A. Let us calculate the interest on capital for B. So B has got 60,000 for the full year. 60,000 multiplied by 10 upon 100, which will give you 6,000. While as he further contributes 50,000, the rate of interest remaining the same, and this 60,000 he has put in on the 1st of October 2019. So 1st of October 2019 till the 31st of March 2020 is 6 months. Okay. So this is 6 by 12. So the interest which he will be getting is 2,500. So the interest on capital for B is 8,500, while as the interest on capital for A is 9,500. So this was one such example. Now in the next example, when I take up, we shall take into account when the partner withdraws some amount in between and also puts in some amount in between. Okay, I go a step ahead now. Let's take another example. So this is A and this is B. Their balance on 1/4/2019 was say 1 lakh, and that of B was 1,20,000. On 1st of July 2019, A withdraws rupees 40,000. A withdraws rupees 40,000 from the firm. Okay, since he withdraws, I put it in a bracket. He is withdrawing. Okay, then on the 1st of October 2019, he puts in additional capital of 60,000, and when he puts in additional capital of 60,000, B withdraws 30,000 from the firm. Okay, so A is putting in the capital and B is withdrawing the capital. Okay, we take the rate of interest as 10% per annum, and we are going to take the year ended constant at 31st March. So now let us see how these calculations are to be done. Pay careful attention. It is very easy. Okay, you shouldn't mess up with these calculations of interest on capital. Okay, so I start off with A. Okay, now A. From 1st of April till 1st of July, if you calculate, there are 3 months. One lakh multiplied by the rate multiplied by 3 by 12. Now he has withdrawn 40,000. So from 1st of July till the 1st of October, his capital balance is 60,000, 10% for 3 months. Then he's putting an additional of 60,000 on 1st of October. So what happens? His capital now will become 1,20,000. 1,20,000 multiplied by the rate of interest multiplied by 6 upon 12, because from 1st of October till the 31st of March is 6 months. So this is how you will calculate the interest on capital on A's capital, which is put in 2,500 in case here. So this is 1,500. And here it is 6,000. So the total interest on capital for A is rupees 10,000. Okay, just repeating again. A started off with a capital balance of 1 lakh at the start of the year on 1st of April 2019. Okay, he withdrew 40,000 on the 1st of July 2019. So this 1 lakh was there for 3 months. Okay, it was there for 3 months. It was there from this period to this period. It was there. So I put 3 months here. Okay, then from 1st of July till the 1st of October, his balance was 60,000. Okay, so we are going to calculate interest at the rate of 60,000 for 3 months. So from year to year, it is again 3 months. So I put 3 here, 3 upon 12. Okay, so 60,000, 10% by 60,000, because from 1 lakh, 40,000 has been withdrawn. Okay, 40,000 has been withdrawn. So it is 60,000. Now he further puts in 60,000. So this, from 60,000 you add 60,000, it's become 1,20,000. So from 1st of October till the 31st of March, it is 6 months. Children, please note that it would be 3 plus 3 plus 6, that would be 12. Remember, your numerators will work out to be 12 at the end. Okay, fine. So this is the rate of interest which we have calculated for A. Now let us calculate the rate of interest for B. Okay, B is the other partner. He has got a balance of 1,20,000 and this remains 1,20,000 till the 1st of October 2019. So on this 1,20,000, he is going to get interest at the rate of 10% per annum for 6 months. Okay, so this would be 6,000 rupees. Okay, since he is withdrawn 30,000 from 1,20,000, now his balance is 90,000. Okay, so 90,000, 10%, that is 10 upon 100, and he has withdrawn on the 1st of October 2019. So from 1st of October 2019 till the 31st of March 2020, it is 6 months. Okay, so I put this as 6 upon 12. Okay, so if you calculate this, this will come out to be 4,500. So when you add 6,000 and 4,500, it's 10,500. Okay, so this is your calculation of interest on capital for A and B. And remember again, as I told you, that your numerator, the months in the numerator, will total up to 12. Okay, when you add them. I hope you've understood this concept of I hope you've understood this concept in regard to calculation of interest on capital. It is very essential and it is very easy too. You have to follow certain steps whereby which you can calculate the interest on capital very easily. Okay, taking into mind who has withdrawn at what stage. Okay, so again I just repeat, this is 10,000 and this is 10,500. So if you have to pass the journal entry, it would be P&L appropriation account debit to interest on capital, and you will have to add both these figures. For A it is 10,000, for B it is 10,500. So to interest on capital it is 20,500. Okay. From here I transfer it to the partner's capital account. So it would be interest on capital debit 20,500 to A's capital 10,000 to B's capital 10,500. Okay, so this was all about interest on capital, a very important aspect as in regards to your calculation for your profit and loss appropriation account as well as your partner's capital account. Okay, so this is something which needs to be understood. So I will continue this further in the next part of your partnership fundamental accounts. I hope you are understanding my concepts. In as much as it's a real pleasure putting forward things to all of you all, I would require honest feedback from you so that I could also improve. Okay, so this is one part in it. In the next sessions ahead, we'll go and do the calculation of interest on drawings, and also how do you treat salary and commission which is given to a partner. So these all aspects have to be taken into account. These are the important aspects which have to be taken into account. So hope you've understood this session. I shall come back with another session and continue with this. Thank you so much for having a patient hearing. This is Vishwanath Jatan signing off with Partnership Fundamentals.